The classic Louis Vuitton Felicie Pochette. What does it hold, how to style it, and ultimately, is this a luxury bag that you should invest in for your wardrobe? Those questions and more in today's video, so let's get to it. The Felicie Pochette by Louis Vuitton comes in a couple of different styles. You can get this bag in the coated canvas monogram print, which is gorgeous. I opted for the empreinte leather for a couple of reasons. One, I've already shared in a previous video. I'll make sure to link that. You might want to check that out next. But then the second biggest reason for me is that the empreinte leather is something that I know for sure is very durable. I've had the Pochette Matisse in the empreinte leather for many years now, and it's held up really well. So that is the majority of the reason why I decided to go with the leather. The empreinte leather comes in a couple of different colors, so you have a wide variety to choose from. It comes in black, cream, red, and even navy. So the empreinte leather is one that is very durable, like I mentioned. I've had this bag now in my collection since spring of this year. I have utilized this bag all throughout spring and summer. In fact, this has actually been my most used luxury handbag for the last several months. This bag is a very slim, minimalistic style luxury bag. It's not one that I would say is quiet luxury, but it is very minimal and very simplistic in its design. It is meant for, something that is going to carry just the simple essentials. But you can see that it is embossed with the Louis Vuitton logo there. So very beautiful, but very subtle at the same time. This bag is adorned with gold hardware. You can see the gold chain here, which I think is absolutely beautiful. You have the gold D-rings and then the gold, obviously, little clasp here. This is removable, so you can take the chain off, and then you do have the gold hardware on the snap closure there as well. When you move into the inside, you'll see that it does have a microfiber lining on the inside, and then it does come with two additional components on the inside. The first thing that you get is going to be this pouch here that does zip, so that you do have the ability to secure some things there if you wanted to do so, maybe some cash or gift cards, things of that nature. And then you also have the additional little pouch here. The card slot that comes inside here is not on both sides, 8 in total slots here for cards. And then on the inside, you also have one tiny kind of slit on the back side that you can add some items to there as well. But without those pieces there that come additionally with the bag, you do have quite a bit of space there, and that is going to make a difference determining what you truly want to carry, whether or not you want to utilize the pouches in or without those on the inside of the bags. So I do have items already in the bag, and I did that so that you can kind of see how this fills up and what it looks like once you have items inside the bag. You will notice there's kind of like an indentation going on right here, and you'll see why in a moment with how I have things positioned on the inside. But everything still looks really nice and structured on the edges and on the bottom. I will tell you personally, I don't recommend stuffing this bag full. I would keep it very minimalistic, especially if you're not going to put the pouches on the inside. You can see in the back slot there, I actually have my phone or my phone case. I have an iPhone 13 Pro, so that fits just fine right there in the back slot. You can obviously move this around. You don't have to stick to exactly how I have everything in here, but I have a Chantecaille lipstick there, and then I have my Louis Vuitton key pouch where my key is actually inside there, because you can kind of see that stuffed out there as well. And then I have some hand cream, and this is a fairly large size. This is similar to the Chanel one that you see a lot. I just preferred this one here, but both I think would fit just fine inside of here. And then last but not least, because I'm showing the option now without the pouches, I have my card case, and this is something that I carry often. It's very slim, very sleek, and it's very easy to kind of slide in there no matter, you know, what kind of configuration of items that you're adding to the bag. Now let's take a look at what happens when you add the pouches. As you can see here, this is not snapped closed because I wanted to show you guys that I have placed everything back inside of this bag, including those pouches now, with the exception of the card case. I left that out because if you're going to use the pouch with the card slots on it, you know, having a card case, in my opinion, is not going to be necessary. But as you can see, it is quite stuffed, and I think that I could pull this closed, but that is going to put a strain on the bag. So my suggestion would be that if you're going to utilize the pouches, I would honestly get rid of something like a key case. You don't need it. I would just drop your individual key in there if you can and do away with something like this. Or the other option is you're going to have to eliminate something like a hand cream or a cosmetic case. And I will say most cosmetic cases are very similar in size to this here, so you can kind of interchange those. But if you're going to put something like this in here with those pouches, you're going to have to take one of these out because otherwise, or both, otherwise it's really going to add a stress and a strain on the bag, and it's just not worth it in my opinion. I would kind of keep it very simplistic and minimalize what you're putting in here because that's ultimately what this bag is for. For a mini bag, this is truly one of the most versatile pieces by Louis Vuitton, simply because you really get your bang for your buck, not only for those additional pouches that I just shared, but also for how you can style this bag because of the fact that this chain is removable. This can obviously come off, giving you the ability to just carry this as a clutch if you choose to do so. Not only do they come off, what I really love about these little D-rings here is that they will actually flip inside, so you can move those to the inner portion of the bag and then close it up, and they're no longer sticking out. So I think that that just makes it more sleek and really kind of enables you to pull it off as a clutch. Now, when it comes to how to utilize it with the chain, I want to give you a point of reference. I am 5'4", and I typically don't necessarily care for bags on my shoulder. I don't know why, that's just something I've never preferred to do. I just feel like it kind of seems dated for me. However, I am starting to carry some things on my shoulder to try to change things up and push myself a little bit out of my comfort zone and see if it can work for me. But given that I am around 5'4", this is a bag that works really nicely on the shoulder if you are a shoulder gal. So it fits right on top of your shoulder and it drops below the hip. So you guys are gonna see here, it is below my hip, but it's still one that's super pretty if you want to carry a bag on your shoulder. The other really neat way to carry this bag, and the one that I love the most, is actually as a crossbody bag. I just think that this chain really sparkles when you layer it on top of any outfit as a crossbody. I just think it really pops, it's really pretty, and I just think that it works really well for this style of bag. Truly can dress up or dress down with utilizing this bag. That would work whether you're utilizing the monogram or the empreinte. Now, I do believe that the leather, the empreinte, is a little bit more elevated than the coated canvas, but I think the same can be said for both. You can dress them up or dress them down. You can wear them with jeans and a nice blouse. You can put them on with a dress or even sneakers. I think that they're going to look really well no matter which one that you choose. I think that it would work within almost any wardrobe, if you will. By the way, if you're new here, my name is Heather, bringing you the best in luxury handbags, shoes, and investment pieces to help you elevate your wardrobe. If you too have a love for Luxe, I hope you'll consider subscribing, and please make sure to like today's video. When it comes to the cons of this bag, there's not a lot, but my goal is to always be extremely honest with you and give you nothing but the truth so that you can hopefully weigh in on what is going to work best for your lifestyle and your wardrobe. First thing that I'm going to mention is actually the chain, and the reason that I'm going to say the chain is because it's actually quite dainty. Compared to some of the other chains in my wardrobe, whether it be by YSL or even some of the chains by Louis Vuitton. I don't personally have the Cousin bag yet, but if you were looking at a chain that's real chunky like that one there, or even the chain that is on the multi-pochette or the chain on the loop bag. I have felt at times like I could easily get it caught and it could snap in two. I don't think that that's the case, and I am careful. Once you go smaller and more petite, if you will, it's just a little bit more on the flimsy side, so you would just want to be cautious of that. The other thing to keep in mind is that this bag only comes with the chain for a strap. There is no leather strap, there is no casual option, it is just the chain. So I think that can be a little bit of a hindrance given the fact that it is going to be more naturally chic and elevated with the chain. You don't have a casual leather strap. The other thing to keep in mind is that when you only have a chain strap, if you are wearing a tank top or a strapless top or a strapless dress for that matter, a chain can get honestly very chilly and very cold against the skin. That's something that I found, you know, by wearing it, you know, with summer items that were strapless or with tank tops. So just kind of keep that in mind. If that is something that you think might bother you, you would need to get an additional strap or interchange it with one that you may already have. Another con would also be that if this bag is not full with the pouches or with several items like you saw previously, it can be difficult to snap closed. This is a very strong, sturdy snap, but if the bag itself is not full, you really do have to press down on it to get it to snap closed. So just keep in mind, you want to be, you know, cautious with how you're putting your items in there and making sure that it's the right placement so that you can easily snap it closed. When it comes to pros, there's certainly more pros than there are cons. First and foremost, the gorgeous empreinte leather. You simply cannot go wrong with empreinte leather by Louis Vuitton. It's truly one of my favorites. I think, again, it's very durable, but it's just also very chic, and I think it's timeless. I don't think that, you know, over time this is gonna look dingy. I think that it's going to look more beautiful with age, if you will. So I don't think that you have to worry about it as much, which is another pro. I think that it's a little more carefree when you have something like the leather. The other pro that I've kind of already mentioned is how versatile this bag is. You can carry this as a clutch, shoulder bag, crossbody. It's just so, you know, limitless in how you can style it and how you can dress it up and how you can dress it down. You could throw this on with sweats and you would be instantly chic and ready to go. The inserts, again, are an added bonus. I absolutely love these. While I have not carried these with my Felicie Pochette, I've actually utilized these in other places. Whether you're using them in this bag or in some of your other bags, you're really getting your bang for your buck with these extra pouches. I've seen some people resell these or sell these on the resale market, if you will, because they don't use them or just to get money out of them. I'm not sure. Always do you, but I would suggest that you keep these because they are going to look so fabulous in any of your other luxury handbags, and you never know when you might want something that's just real slender. You're going to be able to easily grab it and go, especially like this little pouch. So these are a huge plus with the Felicie Pochette. I've had this bag almost 5 going on 6 months, and it is, again, one of my most used bags currently in my collection. We'll see how that holds up going into the fall now and winter months, but it is just such a stunning bag. It's really versatile, it's very classic, very feminine, very chic. You cannot go wrong with this bag. So if you can't tell, I'm a huge fan of the Felicie Pochette, and yes, I would highly recommend it for any luxury handbag collection. Well, until next time, live your luxe, and I'll see you in the next video.